where they can come and sit within that brother and sisterhood and get support. And the people who provide that support shouldn't have to pay the kind of money I've had to pay to do it.
Do you think
that person that needs the help will not go to a doctor and say, well, I know some that have. One of the vets has come and said, I went, actually 2 of them, and I got put in front of this person. I couldn't fucking talk to them now. So they've come in and they've sat in that corner with me and talked there.
Yeah.
They go like that, you know. Take them. That'll sort you out.
You want to go into that? What Marty's just said.
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to.
If you break your leg, you'll go to the doctors and say, I broke my leg. And they'll say, yeah, that's the bone. So what we'll do is we'll put it in a plaster cast, we'll put it in there for 3 months, and then we'll take it off. And then here's these tablets to ease the pain, and away you go, job done.
That will fix every broken leg.
Yep.
That treatment will fix every broken leg.
Yep. That's called a medical model.
Right.
A medical model does not work for veterans. You can't turn around and say, right, you're mad, you're bad, or you're sad.
Right.
Right, which one do you fit? So you're mad, right, tablets. That's it, take the Ritalin for the rest of your life, you'll be okay. You're bad. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to lock you up in prison, keep you away from society. You're sad. All right, here's some antidepressants. You'll be all right, off you go. That's it, job done. And that ain't any good. What you need is to have somewhere you can come. Neil, I need help. Yeah, sit down, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
Missus has taken my kids off me. Oh, fucking hell. Right, come on then. Sit down, talk, blah, 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 blah. What's the plan? I don't know. What do I do, Neil? I don't know. What do you want to do? What? Right, blah, 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 blah. I've got this list of people I think you might find useful. What do you think? You won't get that in a 20-minute consultation with a doctor.
Yeah.
You won't get it from a counsellor who hasn't been in the army or navy or whatever. You'll only, so yeah, I think the government could do more.
Do you think that maybe social media should play more of a part in telling society about these problems so that they can understand it and help a little bit more, maybe?
Do you know what I mean by a misguided fool?
No.
There are some big charities run by misguided fools. They've got the best of intentions.
Right.
I'm going to mention one, and please don't. Well, you can. There's one called Never Surrender. Initially, it was formed to campaign against service personnel that were being dragged back through the courts for historical claims against them in Northern Ireland. So every soldier who opened fire in Northern Ireland was subject to prosecution as part of the Good Friday Agreement. Absolutely criminal in most veterans' eyes. So if you'd opened fire, at the time you'd opened fire, it had been reported. So all those cases were looked at again, and they decided that 240 soldiers were open to prosecution. So they looked at all that, saying, had they done this, had they done this, part of the Good Friday Agreement. So Never Surrender was a bunch of ex-servicemen who were saying, fuck, this stops. If it happens, we're going to stop. And we did things like, there was a ban on it, so it wasn't reported. But for example, we went down to London, into Trafalgar Square, and there were probably 800 of us, just blocked every road around Trafalgar Square.
Yeah.
Went to Captain Green Park, went on horse car parade. And we did the same in Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool. I actually tried to do it in Nottingham, it didn't work. But we did that, just to raise awareness. That's great. But when the laws were changed and soldiers are not now prosecuted for those things that were perceived as crimes, they then turned their attention to, right, let's help with mental health issues. And what you got was, Kevin's farted, sorry, that is the dog. What you then got was a load of veterans doing a 2-day online course and suddenly becoming psychotherapists. They did more fucking harm than good.
Yeah.
And so I think social media was the driver behind that. And I think that's the danger you've got.
Sometimes it sends the wrong message. Yeah.
Good intention.
All the best intentions, but no.
Yeah.
I've been 3 years on my programme and I'm still not there. I've got another year to do. You can't do that in 2 days online, no matter how good you are. But it gave you a level 2 in something or other, so that was it. And off they went. And there's a number of organisations like that, a number of charities that have formed up through social media, that are reported on social media, and I see them and think, oh fucking don't, but they do.
Right. So, to wrap this up then, do both of you have a message for any army vets that might need any help after they've left?
Locally,
Just for everyone.
walk in through that door and come and meet Martin O'Neill.
Yeah.
Don't matter what time of day or night, kettle will be on. And
Yep.
always have an ear. Always.
Yeah.
Locally, do that. And more people need to do what we do.
Yeah.
Nationally,
There needs to be a network of these pubs.
not just that, I would say Forces breakfasts. Look for your local Forces breakfast, because that will get
Yeah.
you in touch with people you didn't know
Right.
that are in the same boat as you.
Yeah.
They are a hub of ex-forces peoples.
Just so you know where to search for that, Armed Forces Breakfast Club.
Right.
Armed Forces and Veterans Breakfast Club, AFVBC.
Right, okay.
Some are better than others, but like Martin said, the people that go there will be in the same boat as you.
And just don't suffer in silence,
Yeah.
really. Talk. Got to talk.
Yeah. And don't think that you're...
Not forces. Not forces relevant, but Wednesday we had a wake in the back room. 35-year-old boy, man. Say boy, 35 is really young. 35-year-old man. Wasn't ex-forces. Obviously suffered with mental health. 2 beautiful kids, met him on Wednesday. Beautiful wife. Had a nice job, steady job. Lots of his work colleagues came in, couldn't speak highly enough of him.
Yeah.
He finished work one night, said good night, had a bit of banter with some of the customers that was leaving the shop, locked up, see you tomorrow, went home, killed himself. He obviously didn't talk to anybody. And whether you're forces or whether you're not, men are stupid.
But I like their feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do not talk. Because it's not manly to talk.
Yeah.
It's not great leaving fucking 2 babies and a fucking wife at home to struggle for the rest of them, however long. But yeah, just talk. That is the biggest thing I could say. Do not keep shit to yourself. Doesn't help.
Yeah.
You're not weak. You're actually stronger for speaking.
That's the big one to get over.
Yeah.
It's not a weakness.
You're actually stronger for speaking out than you are keeping quiet. It took me a long time to figure that one out.
But you had to figure it out on your own.
But I did have to figure it out on my own, yeah. It's a good job I'm not thick.
So maybe government could do something about that. It's not because you think.
No,
It's because I spent a long time teaching you that, yeah, you had to be tough.
you just sort your shit out yourself.
You had to be independent.
Yeah.
When you leave, perhaps they need to teach you that you don't have to be tough and that you don't have to be independent.
I mean, I wouldn't know personally, but I can imagine that it's too much for one person to handle by themselves after experiencing all that.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you what happens is you go, something happens, you see the most horrendous or experience the most horrendous thing, and you don't have to be in the armed forces for it, but, and if it involves children, personally, that's the thing that fucking hurts you the most.
Yeah.
When children are involved. I'll give you one of the easier ones to imagine. I once took a convoy into a city called Gorazia in Bosnia. The first thing I was met by was a load of children running at you and they didn't even have shoes. It was snowing. There's probably about 8 inches of snow on the ground. So the snow was coming up to there on them, kids. They didn't have anything on there, they just had cloths wrapped around the feet. And all they were doing was that. And I'd just finished my last cheese sandwich. It took me 2.5 days to get to Gorazia with that convoy, and I literally just said to my driver, I'm fucking eating this cheese sandwich, I'm bastard starving. He'd already had his fucking about 12 hours before. So I had my cheese sandwich. Just as we came in the lights, saw the kids coming at you. How the fuck do you handle that? The way you handle that is all those blokes in that convoy, when you get back to this place, it was a place called Kizelyak, you're at the fucking bar and you have a few beers, you give each other a fucking hug, you tell each other you did the best you could, that it's not your fault, then you all go to bed and go to sleep. You get up the next day and you go and do it all again. Sometimes it'll be something worse, sometimes it'll be something a bit easy, but there's always something. How the fuck do you deal with that? When that memory comes back, you're not in that environment. I've got him.
Yeah.
So he'll come up and put his arm around me and say, you all right, brother? And I'll go, nah, not really. Cup of tea. And that's what we'll do. If you're not in that environment, I don't know what you can do. What you do is you get fed up with it. When I do the research on it, there's a book called Death as a Release. It's by a French psychologist. He hits the nail on the head. You get so fed up with it that the release is not to have the life because you're so pissed off with life.
Right.
And that psychologist talks about making that decision and then what you do, what happens to somebody in that. I can't remember the psychologist's name. So if you've got that day in, day out and that's your thoughts, what do? You can't go to Kiselyak with those boys and have a few beers.
Yeah.
You got to go somewhere. And that message to anybody who's local, is fucking come through that door. It opens at 12 o'clock in the morning, it shuts at 11 or midnight that night.
Boat and horses
Just
in
come
Beeston.
Boat and horses in Beeston. Just walk in. That's for me and Martin.
Yeah.
One of us will be here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah, it does.
All right, mate.